With everyone staying home during the last 2 years as a result of the COVID-19 pandemic, the video game industry took full advantage. With tons of new games coming out that saw insane levels of success, streaming and playing games for others to watch has become one of the biggest genres in the world. Two of the biggest hits of the pandemic were a pair of indie titles called Muck and Crab Game. What may shock most is that these games were made by a single person. Dani is a game developer and content creator, and he is the sole individual behind these two games and many others. So how did he make these games by himself, and why are they so popular? This is Dani, the best game developer you've never heard of. Before we start today's video, I've been told by my boss that I need to ask you to subscribe to the channel. If you want to watch more high quality content like this, hit that big red button. Thank you, I love you. Back to the video. Dani started his YouTube career in 2009 under the name Zaruk12. The channel featured videos with simple animations, but it didn't do very well. So he made a series of new channels trying different things from RuneScape videos to gaming commentaries. Dani eventually found success with the latter of the two and grew quite a large fan base, making videos about Battlefield 4. Unfortunately, and without any real explanation, Dani was issued a 5-year ban from YouTube. As a result of the ban, Dani lost motivation to make videos for a while. After focusing on school and his own personal life for a bit, Dani came back to content creation, doing everything from making music to CSGO edits. Eventually, after watching a devlog by Thin Matrix, Dani decided that he wanted to start making video games and posting devlogs about the process. And slowly, he started working on a game called Off the Sticks. The devlogs he posted on YouTube chronicled the game-making process, as Off the Sticks went from a Wild West themed game to a medieval themed game. However, Off the Sticks was eventually put on hiatus as Dani began focusing more of his time on other projects. Often, Dani would make games with a specific challenge in mind, such as one of his first games called Fair and Square, which was created in 48 hours for a global game jam. Along with that, Dani often made parody games such as a 3D Among Us clone called Among Us. Sus. Dani's first big original game was created in response to a YouTube comment which said, quote, "Why don't you try making a multiplayer survival game? Parentheses, or you can't do that." In response, Dani created a multiplayer survival game that we now know as Muck. Muck was released on June 5th, 2021 as a free-to-play game on Steam and hit a peak concurrent player count of 16,715. The game still averages around 2,000 players to this day. But other than player count, Muck also caught the attention of many big content creators, such as the Offline TV crew and other big streamers like Will Neff, Cutie Cinderella, and Forsen.
What? How are we supposed to kill this? Oh my god!
With almost 90,000 viewers watching streamers play Muck on Twitch in the first month of the game's release, Dani was gaining popularity. And while Dani was already a fairly big content creator at that point, with nearly 2.5 million subscribers, the attention from some of the top content creators on both Twitch and YouTube helped him to grow even faster.
What the f? I just got snapped on, dude.
Muck, in general, is a great example of why Dani was able to grow so quickly as a content creator. While a game like Muck could easily have earned Dani a decent amount of money, he made it free to play, which meant that the games were essentially free advertisements for his YouTube channel. Other than challenge games, Dani also makes a lot of content about popular media. For example, the 3D Among Us game that we mentioned earlier, or his game Tree Team, which was created in support of the hashtag Team Trees movement. But by far the most popular of these games revolving around challenges was Crab Game, Dani's take on Squid Game. If you don't know what Squid Game is, and if you don't, what have you been doing for the last 10 months? It was a Korean Netflix series that revolved around a contest where impoverished people play children's games for a chance to win a ton of money. The catch being, if you lost the game, you were killed on the spot. The show was a huge success and has since become the most watched series on Netflix and the top viewed program in 94 countries. In the months following its release, it was impossible to escape Squid Game. In response to Squid Game's popularity, every YouTuber on the planet, from Mr. Beast to Offline TV, set out to create their own versions of the Korean game show. Of course, Dani decided to get in on the trend and decided to make a game. But by the time he started working on the game, the popularity of the show was already starting to decline. Surely Dani can't finish a game in 2 weeks.
From the creators of Muck, introducing Crab Game. Jesus Christ.
Crab Game
beginning, we really wanted to make sure with the game, we just wanted to make sure the gameplay was fun and enjoyable, and we had this really good idea. We thought we would base some of the characters on basically children's games. We turn into children's games.
And so Crab Game was released on Steam on October 29th, 2021. Needless to say, it was an immediate hit. Peaking at around 56,000 players on Steam and 283,000 viewers on Twitch. The initial game featured 9 game modes, like the Glass Bridge, and others that were the invention of Dani himself, like Bomb Tag. Along with the 9 game modes, the game had 30 different maps, which provided some visual diversity for each game mode. While the game had some issues, like when popular streamers such as SQC and SodaPoppin were getting DDoSed and their IPs being leaked through the game, an issue which was quickly solved, the game was still a huge success. With huge streamers playing together and clip after clip going viral, Crab Game quickly became the game to play on Twitch.
Good sh**. That's how we do it, baby. No! Alright, I see the truce means nothing.
Whether it was streamers playing with each other or streamers playing with their viewers, Crab Game was just a simple but insanely fun game that could be played for hours and hours without feeling stale. Unlike games like Fall Guys, Crab Game was free, which gets rid of a large barrier for entry for most players. But fad games can only last for so long, so Dani decided to slowly but surely delineate Crab Game from Squid Game, introducing more mini-games, obstacle courses, and taking inspiration from classics like Bowser's Big Blast from Mario Party. And he also showed off his creativity, implementing his own games like a giant crab fight, because let's face it, a game called Crab Game needs a crab involved at least somewhere. He took suggestions from the community and implemented cosmetic items so that players could customize their characters. While there weren't many different cosmetic items, they each came in different colors, with gold being the rarest. Since gold items were so sought after, a market quickly formed, similar to that of CSGO. But we'll leave that for another time. While the hype for Squid Game has mostly gone, Crab Game remains a fairly popular title, with an average of 3,000 players online at any given time. So what's next for the popular YouTuber? For now, his attention is back to working towards Steam releases of Carlson 3D, a parkour FPS game that he began working on when someone challenged him to do it in some long ago YouTube comment. Having started development in 2020, Carlson has been his current long-term project that fans have been waiting for forever. While not every game is guaranteed to be an instant success, it's clear that Dani has found a general formula that works for him. While his games may seem simple, at the end of the day, they're fun and easy to sink time into, which goes hand in hand with the free-to-play format. Having hit 3 million subscribers on YouTube in November, any game that Dani releases is bound to be a huge success. And whatever big Netflix series comes out next, you can be sure that a game is following close behind. This video is made possible thanks to our wonderful patrons. Massive thank you to everyone on this list, and shout out to Jason B, Brendan, QB, Foxy, Mauve, Pachanas, Pin, Sierra, Shampoo, Spartacus, Tommy, and Yashichi for being platinum supporters. And an extra special shout out to Steven, Noodles, and Marco for being diamond supporters. We really appreciate it. If you want to talk to us, check out our Discord. If you want to support our channel and get info on unreleased videos, check out our Patreon. If you want to help us out in a different way, leaving a like, subscribing, and hitting the bell to stay up to date is also appreciated. My name is Jonah, thanks for watching.